Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video was originally meant to be recorded on March when I first watched Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man. But then I was quite busy and now I am here with you telling you my honest ideas. And before we begin, this video does not contain any spoilers. So everything I'm going to discuss is already in the trailer and in the original series. So if you haven't watched the movie yet, it's okay to watch this video without any concerns. And please be with me until the end. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Thank you so much. Okay, let's begin. So I finally watched the movie, The Immortal Man. And honestly, I had no idea what to expect. I mean, I was all thinking to myself that was it going to be like a proper ending, or was it going to be just a nostalgic extension of the series? Because as we all know, it was meant to be the final chapter of Tommy Shelby's story. But then, when I watched it, I think I now understand what this film was really trying to do. Actually, it's not a crime movie, and it is not a Peaky Blinders story either, in a traditional sense. But it is more like a character study. And everything about it goes back to seasons 1, 2 and 6. Let's start with the obvious. The atmosphere is exactly what you expect from Peaky Blinders. The cinematography, the music, the tone, it all feels like dark, reflective and very faithful to the original series. And once again, Cillian Murphy delivers an incredible performance as Tommy Shelby. But there is a difference this time. This isn't Tommy Shelby, the gangster. This is Tommy Shelby, the man who remembers everything. Now, here's where things get interesting. A lot of people are saying the same thing. They say that there was enough story here for a full season, and I totally agree with them because the film feels compressed. Some plot points move very quickly, and then some certain moments don't get the time they probably deserve. But then at the same time, I believe that this film was not trying to tell a complex story. It was going to close one. What really stood out for me was how much of this film was built on callbacks. By that, I mean, as an example, there is a scene where Tommy rides into the town on a horse and then people gather around him, touching him like they almost don't believe he's real. And it mirrors the very first beginning of the series. But then, as I said, it's not the same, because this time it is not about power, it is about legacy. And here, even the symbolism changes, because in season 6, Tommy chooses peace and rides on a white horse. But here, he returns on a black horse. And I think that tells you everything. Now about the ending, because this is where people's idea actually are divided. Some wanted some bigger, louder and more explosive ending, but instead what we get is something quiet, emotional and deeply personal. For me, I believe it was a proper goodbye, of course not to the Peaky Blinders, but to Thomas Shelby, a man who spent his entire life on fighting and now finally faced everything he had done in his life. From what I see, most of the fans agree on a few things. The atmosphere, great. The music, perfect. The performances, incredible. But the story, there is where opinions split. Some feel it needed more time, more development, and logic in certain points. And honestly, I think both sides are right. But yes, the story feels quite compressed, but at the same time, the emotional ending still works. Maybe this wasn't the perfect ending, but it was the right one for Tommy Shelby. If you have watched the film, I would genuinely like to hear what you think. Did it feel completed to you, or do you think you wanted more? Please write your ideas below in the comments, and thank you so much for being with me until the end of this video, and I'll see you in my next videos. Bye bye.